to the Wild Zone now. It's time for us to return to Lake Naivasha and see what is happening there.
The old flower fields are flooded. This silt is heading for the lake. Almost overnight, the brown dry areas will turn green and a big, drying out eagle will come hunting. He's on the lookout for prey. A bit of pork might seem the target, but what he sees is invisible to people from the road. In fact, there are quite a few of them pecking about. And a marabou, that big vulture stork, with a big beak for big business. Millions of winged termites have emerged with the rain, shed their wings, and are now desperately burrowing to safety. Millions will die or get eaten. It takes a lot to satisfy the marabous and eagles. But millions too will disperse to start new colonies until the rains come again. But when might that be? Whole communities depend on the weather pattern, and that's been changing a lot lately. It will affect the lake nearby, and that will affect everything around it, especially the horticulture. Talk about changes. A few years ago, this giraffe was wading across what looked like an inland sea. Today, most of that water has gone, and the giraffe shares the green grazing with the Maasai goats which invaded this new, damp feeding ground. Welcome to a restaurant called Drifters. Hardly afloat, it got even more stranded later when the edge of Lake Naivasha disappeared over the horizon. Hotels like the Sopa Resort used to attract visitors by the proximity to the lake. Not anymore. Water is brought from the lake to the lush gardens, which in turn tempts a rather special visitor to the top of the garden. Bit of a shock if you're on the balcony upstairs, but there's one tree on his mind. This is all a bit disheartening for the gardeners. And something for security to keep an eye on. Giraffe alert! Beware of falling euphorbia. There's obviously a health and safety issue here when giraffes are as tame as the horses that the tourists ride. But tourists, like flowers, are a big money earner for Kenya. Giraffes are worth their weight in Kenyan shillings. Horticulture earned 32 billion shillings from export in 2009. Neither the giraffe, nor tourism, nor the flower business could survive without this stuff. For local people with no running water, and the Maasai with thirsty cattle through the dust, water is vital to their existence.
Next week on the Wild Zone, we'll be exploring how the wildlife is faring on in Lake Naivasha. Hope to see you then.